Fundamentally, Europe can be broken into two parts, Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Some people don't like the term Eastern Europe. They prefer Central Europe. I have very long involvement in Eastern Europe going back to the early and mid 1980s. I even owned a house there at one point. I can tell you that most people who live there refer to it as Eastern Europe back then and now. Furthermore, Western Europe conveys a particular connotation. Eastern Europe also conveys a particular connotation. When you say Central Europe, are you talking about Austria, Germany, or are you talking about Slovakia and Bulgaria? There's the problem. When you say Eastern Europe, everybody knows what you are talking about. Western Europe includes these places. Every place from Iceland, which you can see the yellow arrow pointing at, down to Portugal, then from Portugal across the Mediterranean over to Greece, then from Greece up to Finland, then from Finland back over to Iceland. However, that area I have circled in red is not part of Western Europe. So if you're going to go from Greece to Finland and you're going to stay in Western Europe, you would have to come up through the Adriatic to northern Italy, go through and include Austria, I suppose, the eastern part of Germany, and then swing over to Finland and then across to Iceland. That's what most people would refer to as Western Europe. So it's Iceland to Portugal, Portugal to Greece, Greece to Finland, then Finland back over to Iceland. Eastern Europe is this area that's circled. Eastern Europe, for our purposes, starts up at three little countries called the Baltic states: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. There are several countries that sit along the Baltic Sea. You can see some of them: Sweden, Finland, the three Baltic states, Poland, Germany, Denmark, all of those. However, when somebody refers to the Baltic states, they are talking about those three places: Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Eastern Europe includes the three Baltic states, plus Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, and the six countries that evolved out of Yugoslavia. Those are Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, or as you can see there, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, and Macedonia, also known as Northern Macedonia. So again, Eastern Europe is the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, to Albania, Albania to Bulgaria, Bulgaria, back up to the Baltic states.